Obviously, we'll move on. Nunes, Pena off the card. Jose Aldo, Pedro Munhoz. Ian, inside 30 minutes, go.
This could good one. This could be our new main event, and it's be our co-main event. I mean, and it'd be a very wordy one too. I mean, these two guys have been around the block for many years, and they don't owe anything to anybody. But here they are, both sitting there, 34 years of age, both wanting to go on their last title run, and that's basically what it is. I think both of them have one last run in them, but only one of them will be able to continue that run after this fight. I was very critical of Jose Aldo moving down to 135 at the very start. I didn't think it was a good move for him. I didn't think that he looked all that well, but I do feel after seeing him there in a couple of fights that he's really after growing into the weight, and it's amazing that he's still up there at the highest level competing. When it boils down to this fight, this is a fight I feel that would favor Jose Aldo very more so over Pedro Munhoz. I think that Jose Aldo's takedown defense will nullify Pedro Munhoz's attempts to take the fight down to the mat, and obviously Jose Aldo is much better on the feet and much more of a crisper striker. Munhoz does have some decent boxing, but I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything that will ever trouble Jose Aldo, and this is going to be a great fight, the battle of the Brazilians.
I couldn't agree more. The big question for me, and I know this is the age-old question, he brought them out against Piotr Jan, but do we see some Jose Aldo leg kicks? That's my question.
I think we might, because Munhoz does have a pretty wide stance and does like to depend on his boxing. So, I mean, if Jose Aldo can time Munhoz's boxing and maybe throw that leg kick out and time his jab, I think we'll see it. Will we see it to the level that we've seen it before? Maybe not, but I think every fighter needs to prepare for that leg kick, whether he throws it or not. And I guess that level of doubt Aldo can instill into his opponent still, whether we don't know whether he's going to do it or not. His opponents don't know. Only Jose Aldo will know. I think it would be a wise move, definitely in this fight, to do it for sure, to slow Munhoz down, and just it's a form of Aldo controlling the fight. And if he can land those leg kicks like he was landing them before, like, I mean, Munhoz might not make it out there. Yeah. But with Aldo, he never really bought into the leg kicks after he broke his foot when he fought the Korean Zombie. And it was after that injury that we never really seen him throw a massive amount of leg kicks after that, because he used to be throwing them all over the place before that. And I just can't imagine what it would be like to take a calf kick from Jose Aldo.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on this side of never knowing. Lee, any thoughts?
So I agree with Ian wholeheartedly. I think to add to it,
you fucking simp.
I think Munhoz wants to keep this standing, but I think Aldo is a better striker in that. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a kind of technical difference, and I think we're going to see not prime, but I think we're going to see a better Jose Aldo. He looked good against Vera. It's going to benefit him greatly that it's 3 rounds. The Peter Yan fight, you saw him really drop off. And again, it's against Yan, and he's world class. But I think we're going to see a good Jose Aldo kind of progress and Munhoz kind of move backwards. I think there's a good chance he throws a lot of kicks, not to set up kind of strikes, because Munhoz is busy, and I think he's going to try and nullify the busyness by kicking him to stop him coming forward and out striking him in terms of numbers. But I think there's like a Grim Reaper sat on the cage, isn't there? Kind of who's going forward in their career and who's kind of going to the lower depths of the cards after this one.
Before I just chuck it over to Robbie, I think the Vera fight actually is a really interesting one. What does Marlon Vera do? He walks forward. What does Pedro Munhoz do? He walks forward. Mm-hmm. Good luck walking down Jose Aldo. Good fucking luck. Robbie?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like it's already been said. I'm slightly concerned you're going to have to start cutting one of us, because we all agree on a lot of things in these cards. But I would say he's clearly the crisper, faster striker. He's much faster. Pedro is quite notorious for being weirdly slow, isn't he?
No.
Yeah,
No,
he
really.
moves forward and he looks like it's like it looks slow, but he's deceivingly quick,
Yeah,
especially
the
with
Jimmy
his
Rivera
punches.
fight.
I'm listening
He
too
was a
much.
snappy guy.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm reading too many Twitter comments or something like that. I'm not sure.
All right,
but
Brendan,
the
sure.
fact is that Jose is a better striker, whereas Pedro does not have. He's not got a fantastic record of taking people down. To be honest, he's not. An A class. There's actually, I don't even know his history, but he's not got the best takedown percentage in the game. Jose Aldo also is just an absolute killer of wrestlers. So if you're not going to win on the feet with Jose, well, it's quite hard to see what you're going to do. You're going to have to be an absolute beast of a wrestler to get him on the ground. And I just don't think that's Munhoz. I don't really know what there is to say that's not already been said. I think Jose takes this. Crisper striking. I don't think it's likely to hit the ground unless it's for a finish. And I think there's a good reason that Jose is the favorite.
So your pick is Jose Aldo via.
I would go via. I'll give him a TKO. I don't know.
Fantastic. Thanks for that, Lee.
Aldo decision for me.
Ooh, interesting. Ian.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with Lee. I think an Aldo decision is probably the likeliest outcome of this fight. I mean, Munhoz is tough as hell. And I think if he is to try even to get a fathom of a thought of winning this fight, I think he'll have to try and fight a little bit of a dirtier fight and try to get in close on Jose Aldo, get him clinching against the cage, get Aldo grappling and clinching and just all that kind of stuff. But that's easier said than done because Aldo is a beast at takedown defense. And if he does not want to initiate a clinch, he's going to be pushing you away. And then you're back in a striking battle again. So I think, Munhoz, we'll probably see Munhoz lose the belief that he can win this fight throughout the fight as it goes on. And a Jose Aldo decision is what I'm going for.
That's a brilliant, brilliant point. Munhoz, and I'm just going to repeat that. Munhoz will lose the confidence to win as the fight goes on. That's fucking bad. That's Jose Aldo in a fucking nutshell, right? Like what happens with Aldo? Comes out, bursts out of the blocks in round 1, takes round 2 off, and then smashes you in round 3. Like he's a formidable 3-round fighter. We've always known it, right? And I picked Jose Aldo via decision. I just think Pedro Munhoz is too tough. But Jose's looked nasty at 135, man. Like real nasty. Not to say he wasn't nasty at 145, but I'm going to pick that